Hello and welcome to Real Menopause Talk. I thought I'd mark World Menopause Day with just a little mini-pod. Yesterday was the London Menopause Rally organised by the fantastic Menopause Mandate team. And what an afternoon it was. A great turnout and some deeply moving speeches and stories of what some women have had to endure when hit by the menopause truck. After the publishing of that article, if you know, you know, and for those that don't, the broadest takeaway was that most women experience no symptoms, and the trigger here is most women. So, after that article, I would like to say that perimenopause onwards is not a death knell. It is not the terrifying monolithic experience some may lead you to believe. It just needs to be managed well. For those of us who go through this transition at more or less an average time, as biology would more or less plan, there is much you can do to make this a great time of life. For those who go through surgical or premature menopause, it's a different matter. And as I understand it, HRT is an essential component to make this part of life a good one. There are many parts of the puzzle, and for some, HRT is either not an option or not a choice, and it is only one part of the puzzle. Someone yesterday asked me why I was there at the rally, and was it premature menopause, which got me thinking, why was I there? Well, that was easy. To represent and to build a future where our daughters, when they reach this stage of life, are all well cared for, just as part of the fabric of society. Imagine that. But I'd not told anyone specifically of my perimenopause experience so far because it was unremarkable. It is so similar to many others that it didn't feel as though it warranted attention. Reflecting on this, isn't this what many of us do? We belittle our own experience because it's not as severe or as interesting as others. The fatigue I felt was crippling. Walking up the stairs even was an effort, and we have a fairly standard house. It's not like we live in the West Wing. The depression was overwhelming from time to time, and the anxiety still gets me now, but I'm nervous about being around people I don't know, and I can manage it, whereas previously I would rather hide at home than see my closest friends. I had terrible trouble sleeping, and my libido was through the basement floor. The mental symptoms were, for me, pretty powerful. So is any of this special? No. But is it problematic that I had no idea what was happening to me, that it affected my quality of life and impacted my family and work? I would say yes. And the real trouble is that there are millions of people out there who still know nothing and are unprepared, and that is where the problem starts. So what has worked for me, and how have I sorted myself out? Gut health. Gut health, gut health, gut health has been my number one. Over the years, I've had a few digestive issues and have attempted to address it and settled for adequate. Not good, but not as bad as it was. This year, I went all in with help and support from a qualified functional medical practitioner, and we went until my digestive issues had all been fully resolved. It's taken much more time than I had anticipated, but worth every single grain of effort I put into it. And from there, my symptoms have fallen away and health slotted into place. I do take testosterone, which has also helped me enormously, not just in terms of libido, which frankly also came back with gut health, but also in terms of cognitive clarity and overall energy. And I also pay more attention to my nutrition and continue to exercise regularly. Do words still fall out of my head when I'm in conversation? Oh yeah, on a daily basis. But it's not embarrassing, I can own it, and it's pretty short-lived. Nutrition, movement, sleep, stress management, and sexual well-being can all be managed and tweaked to live optimally, not just adequately, but living life to the full. And HRT can fit into how you manage your life, should you be able to take it and should you choose. So what I feel very strongly is the need to educate everyone out there so that there's no fear, no confusion, and there are simple strategies to take on board so that symptoms do not need to become all-consuming. And from education comes choice. There is so much that is so positive that comes from this transition of perimenopause into what Luann Brizendine terms the upgrade, and into menopause there are all kinds of levels of upgrading that we go through. I'm deeply proud to be part of such a supportive and welcoming community. So let's share everything we know and celebrate the brilliance of all of us. And here are a handful of reasons why some of the wonderful women who I met yesterday at the rally chose to attend. And in order, here are comments from Carol Vorderman, Kate Rowe-Ham, Lavina Mehta, Lisa Snowdon, Penny Lancaster, and Victoria Hardy. I thank you all.
Well, I'm here supporting Menopause Mandate, and I'm post-menopause, and I've been speaking about this for quite some time, so it's lovely to see that, we finally got activism on something that actually we shouldn't have to be active about. It's like, duh! So yes, that's why I'm here.
Wonderful. Yeah, so I am a menopause fitness trainer, and I'm here today because we need to get menopause on the agenda. I think what everyone is doing is great and raising the conversation around HRT, and I want to be here to support that, getting it obviously in schools and educating women. My main drive, however, is to see a little bit more talk around exercise and diet as we go into menopause, because obviously HRT can be slightly divisive. There are women that can't take it, there are women that still don't want to take it. We have to educate women and support them and let them know that they can manage many of their symptoms with exercise and diet. And when I say exercise, it doesn't have to be massively heart raising and sweaty. Movement, walking, anything like that will massively help. So I'm here to support all the women going through menopause. I'm here to support the Menopause Matters campaign. I'm here to support the Menopause Mandate, but also hopefully raise that conversation around managing the menopause holistically.
I'm here to be the voice and hopefully represent for South Asian women. I want them to stop suffering in silence, seek help, empower yourselves, and make sure that we can embrace this period in our lives.
I'm here today because we are gathered with Menopause Mandate with some amazing women and making a lot of noise. And it's an exciting day because it's World Menopause Day, and getting the acknowledgement, the recognition, the realisation that menopause is real, and the respect that it's needed for us women and for the whole of society. So it's a really special day to be here on World Menopause Day.
Well, it's World Menopause Day and it's Menopause Mandate. Basically, it's to keep the conversation going. It's not just about women, it's about the other people in our lives that it affects, men and children, because of course it can affect people's relationships, and in the workplace as well. It's important for there to be a safe place to go to talk, to be respected and understood. So the more we talk about it, the more the word will spread and the more we'll be helped in so many of the side effects that menopause cause.
Well, Gen M's all about the power of the collective, because we absolutely believe that you cannot drive real change to change without actually collaboration. And so we're here to represent the brands that we're involved with, the 70 plus brands, but actually just being around every woman here that's come down to London to actually support the fact that so much more needs to be done about menopause, whether it's government enforcement or actually doing things for the right things. And our brands, we do believe, are doing things not because they're forced to do it, but because it's the right thing to do, and we're here to support those brands be represented here today. So all exciting stuff.
So I'm here just really, obviously, as a collective of everybody's voice, and to really raise the voices of those of us also in surgical menopause and POI and premature menopause, that, just to say we're here too, and to fight for our HRT, because it's really important after surgical menopause.
And that's it for today. Short and sweet to mark World Menopause Day. Thank you for listening. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.